Hello kids, so today let us learn about commands. What are the commands? Do you know what are commands? Normally, some other persons give us command to do some action or to stop doing some action. Okay, so whatever the sentences, so we are talking about some sentences which we call as a command. So sentences which we are using to make others to do some action or stopping doing some action are called as a commands. Okay, so what are commands? So commands are used to make others. So we want to make others. So whoever it might be, to make others to do some action. So we make them to do some action, like let them sit, let them stand. Okay. So we make others to do some action or to stop them doing some action or to stop doing some actions. So what are commands? Commands are used to make others, okay? Commands are used to make others to do some action. So to do some action, maybe one action or two. So we can say to make some actions, to do some actions or to stop doing some actions. We stop them to doing some actions. Okay. So let us see some examples of the commands. So if we go with the examples of the commands, so the commands what we are using will start with a verb. We can say sit down. We can say sit down. So we make others to sit. When we say sit down, they will sit. So they are doing one action like to sit down. So write your homework or complete your homework. So complete is also a verb. This is one action word. Sit is an action word. Complete is an action word. Complete your homework. Complete your homework. So when someone says these words, we try to do some. Means we sit and we try to do our homework. So they are making us to do some work here. Get a glass of water. Get a glass of water. So remember children, when you want others to do some action, you want to use a verb in front and make them to do some action. So whatever you want to make others, if you want to use some commands, if you want to pass some commands to make others to the action. So by these commands, when they are starting with a verb, they starts with a verb. So you can see these are three which start with a verb. They start with a verb. Now how can we make others to stop doing some action? So if you want to stop others from doing an action, so these three are the examples to start. So we make them with a verb. We make them with a verb. So now if you want to stop, what we want to do? So if you want to take a screenshot, the other examples you can write. So these you want to write in your classwork and you want to read. And some more examples also you can. So now let us go with the actions to stop doing some action. Okay. Now if we want to make them to stop doing some action, so what we are going to do? We are going to make others to stop doing the action. So what word is used to make them to stop doing the action? So what we want to do? So for that let us see the example. So these are also commands which make others to stop doing some action. So let us see the example. So example 1. So what can we say? So don't. We use the word don't. So this is called the short form. What is the full form of this? We can say do not. We can use do not. So we can say don't. In place of don't, we are using do not. We are using don't. Don't throw the dirt. Don't throw the dirt. Okay, so that we can use. Don't shout. We can say don't shout. Don't shout. So when we say the word don't itself, it says that we are making them to stop doing some action. So we can go for some other words like don't play in the sun. Don't play in the sun. So then we are stopping them to play outside in the sun. So like this, when we start with a word don't, we are going to stop doing some action. So you know many verbs. So there are many verbs which we use. So when do we use these commands? We use the commands to make them to do some action or stop them from doing some action. Okay. So for this we use the sentences. These are the sentences and these end with a full stop. We want to end with a full stop and every sentence must start with a capital letter. So if you want others to do some action, they start with a verb. If we want to stop making them to do some action, we want to use capital letter with don't. Don't throw the dirt here and there. Don't throw the trash. So don't shout. Don't play in the sun. Don't play in the rain. Don't go outside. Okay, so these are the words which we use. These are the sentences which we use to make others to stop doing some action. Okay, so you want to complete these in your classwork, and basing on this, we will give a worksheet the next day. Try to complete the worksheet. So first you write these in your classwork and try to read them. Okay, so what are commands? So try to learn what are commands. Okay children, thank you.